gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari. I like it because it's bitter, it's refreshing. At the end of the night, I've eaten a lot of food, tasted a lot of different things, so I want something that's going to be assertive and not too boring on the palate. This is perfect. For some people, cooking is the art. For some people, cooking is the craft. For me, it was a trade. I knew I loved it. I didn't know to what extent I loved it until, the more I did it. Went to culinary school, got out, and just started getting jobs cooking. I was one of those kids who thought, I need a sushi job, I need to have a title, blah, blah, blah. I went to school, and yada, yada, yada. I believed the hype. And it set me back a few years. And it wasn't until, I was finally first moving to Boston and I really kind of got my shit together in 2000. Came up here because I wanted to work for Ken Orange at Clio. Decided after a while that wasn't the right restaurant for me at that time. And kind of bounced around, ended up working for some great restaurants, not so great restaurants. And learned a lot about myself and learned, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people want. It doesn't matter, whatever people think is the cool hit trend. It was like 2000, 2001 when I just said, I want to cook what I want to eat, and I want to cook the food that I'm into. I did some traveling and had a lot of people influence me. But so right around then that I realized that I didn't want to cook just like everybody else. You see all these guys doing the same shit. So you go to a city, you'll see like 20 restaurants and they all have the fucking same menu. In that city, you see the same menu everywhere, and then you see like the 3 restaurants that are totally unique. I didn't notice that until around right before September 11th, and I was like, I want to be the person who has the menu that nobody else knows. I needed to start from scratch. I needed to give a shit about anything. Forget what you know, and that's kind of what I did. I went back to the basics and put my nose down, stodged a lot, traveled. I think this sums up what Michelin coming to Boston to get a star. Because, I don't have starred restaurants. This is a casual place. We're a fork and knife restaurant, which I'd be honored to have. But, to be honest, I don't know how many restaurants in Boston would deserve 1 or 2 Michelin stars. Maybe a Boston recently. But, looking at the Michelin Guide and, what it means to me, how I've always kind of looked up to it, I would love to see how the city that I definitely feel like I'm a major part of represents. But what if we represent like Portugal? What if we've got like 3 1-stars, 1 2-star, a bunch of fork and knives and nothing else? Is that going to be a devastating blow to us? I don't know. But I like to enjoy what I do. I think my cooks, we have fun when we work, right?
Absolutely.
That's what's important. And we can still do great food. We still have chefs that come in here that I respect that say, wow, we really enjoy your food. Like this is, I want to be the kind of chef that when other chefs are off work, they don't want to sit down. Like, how many fucking people that work at Alinea at the end of the day want to go out to a restaurant that's trying to be Alinea? No, when they go to another city, they're not going, oh, hey, I want to go to Boston and go eat at the restaurant that's got a kid who's staged with us who's trying to do our food. No, they want to go somewhere that has fun food, interesting food, and that's when you start hearing about guys like Nate Appleman, or me, or David Chang. Like, not that I'm comparing myself to him. I'm not, I'm not that much.
If there's nightmares either way,
I'm manic, so every day is different. Some days I wake up and I want to remember that I'm not the same fucking prick that I was growing up in Hartford, and that I'm better than what I was before. But at the end of the day, the one thing that keeps me positive coming back to this industry is the camaraderie amongst my peers. Is that on any night at one of the restaurants, there's going to be another cook, or another bartender, another server, another restaurant manager, a back waiter, or whatever in my restaurants eating. And for me, that's what keeps me going. Because we're the most discerning fucking motherfuckers. And you and I have known each other for a bunch of years. And that we've done more shit talking on restaurant when we're drinking than we've done positive talking and positive thinking. It's unfortunate, but I think that's how it is with most restaurant people. But when you see them going back to the same restaurants again, they may say one thing is too salty, or that something is this and something is that. But when you see them coming back on a regular basis, to me, that's the biggest compliment you can get. And that's what keeps me going. And that's what keeps me wanting to be creative and push to say, hey, you know what? I know that the sous chef from a restaurant that I respect on the other side of Boston came in last week, and he said he can't wait to come back. Well, when he comes back, I want him to say, oh wow, they've changed a bunch of shit, or this shit that I had last time got better. Garrett Harker, one of the most influential people to me in the world in the restaurant industry. He's a front of the house manager, a restaurateur. He said, every day a restaurant needs to get better. Because if it doesn't, in 5 years, whatever you did that was the best 5 years ago is going to be status quo now. And somebody else is going to have taken your idea or an idea similar to it and gotten better at it over here. And even if you had the best meal of your life and you go back tomorrow and have that same meal and it's as good as it was yesterday, you're going to find the flaws. And if you go back 5 years later and your memory of all the highlights of how awesome it was, and you get that same exact meal again, you're going to be let down. Because you want it to grow. You want it to get better. So that's my goal, is to every day make something in my restaurant better.
Looking up, just sit and drink.
Yeah. Alright, these two fucking degenerate drunks, fucking broke as hell. They don't have 2 nickels to rub together. They're like, man, I want to get drunk tonight. How much money you got? How much money you got? They got shit. Alright, I got an idea. So they go to this butcher shop and they steal a sausage. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with that sausage? I wanna get drunk, I don't wanna eat. It's like, I got it. So they go to these fucking jock bars, these sports bars, like a total fucking uppity, like whatever guy bars, like fucking white cap, everybody's named Todd and Brian, whatever. They order a round, beer and a shot, they fucking pound the shot, get halfway through the beer, and the other one goes, watch this, he fucking slams the sausage out of his pants, goes, suck it. And the guy gets down on the ground and he pretends to suck, he puts the sausage in his mouth and he's fucking going at it. Bartender's like, you guys can't fucking do that in here, get the fuck out of here. It's like, alright, so they fucking leave. Get outside, laughing their asses off. That was awesome! So, dude, alright, we gotta do this in 10 hours. 10 shots, 10 beers, it's gonna be free, then whatever. They'll be fucking hammered, who gives a shit? So, alright, let's go. They're bar hopping, bar to bar, whatever. But like the 8th bar, walking out. Guys, alright, what are the 2 more? He goes, I don't know if I can do another one. My fucking knees are starting to hurt from dropping down. The other guy goes, your knees? I lost the sausage at the 2nd bar.
If it lets me speak my mind, what silence should I try?
You can't tell me what's good for me. You're the worst that matters.